to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. The name, it's Law Nation. Come on with it. Mama said, there'll be days, literally, just like this. And while we at it, understand to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Yep. Cowboys, Rams, joint practice, overview, plus more Q&A. Where are we, baby? Parsons need to get paid still. Let me know if you guys can hear this pretty well. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. The run game, the identity of this team. Can we stop the run? What all do we need to do, baby? Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2. And of course, we will have open communications with everyone today. Be sure to, I'm going to send a link out. And that way you can jump on in and be part of this conversation. Bear with me, baby. Come on. The longest intro in the land, but it's necessary. The link will be in the description box or in the chat area, or it will be pinned to the top. Join here. Yep. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? Come on with it. All right, so in today's practice, primarily we're looking for a few things. But there will be some guys that the official roster came out today that we're going to talk about. And practice will be a little later on today. It's 11:20 right now. The party is not going on right now. Okay, but I want to tell you guys that when we look at this list right here, you see wide receiver, this is their lineup so far. Wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb. Wide receiver 2, George Pickens. Wide receiver 3, Jalen Tolbert, okay? And when you're looking at the wide receiver groupings, the secondary will be Jonathan Mingo, Kevontae Turpin. The third string wide receivers would be, okay, yeah. I forgot to put Ryan Flanoy in that list. Ryan Flanoy. And then the third lineup would be Trayshawn Holden, Jalen Cropper, Jalen Brooks. So the fight of it all is what wide receiver will be able to stand tall with it. Will Josh Kelly be fighting for a role? Will Jalen Cropper be fighting for a role? These guys on the bottom end of this particular official, unofficial depth chart for the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at the running back room, today we're really going to see which running back can really show us something, okay? In this lineup, you have Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, which he will not be performing anything today from what I've been told. And then you have Jadon Blue, Deuce Vaughn, Phil Maffa. Deuce been hurt. Miles Sanders is recovering. So we're seeing more from a Javonte Williams in practice, Jadon Blue, and Phil Maffa. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sport that you're trying to earn your way. You trying to gain, and you really trying to look at this and saying, Give me the opportunity. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, right? So, all of those statements of being ready, it's time for you to showcase it now, right? And for those who say, oh man, this guy, Jonathan, or Toxic Tom, or whoever it is in the chat, Shad, or Sadiq Charles, when people say, "Oh, you just lucky," no, you just let them know. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So we got the opportunity to showcase what we got. Granted, let's look at, and I hope that you guys can zoom all the way in and look at these numbers here. The tight end, Jake Ferguson, Schoonmaker, Brevin Span Ford, John Stevens, Princeton Fat. If I'm a person to be 1,002% with you guys, I'm telling you, Jake Ferguson, he's your tight end one. Before the injury, it would have been Brevin Span Ford, number 89. And then from politic aspect of it, 86 would be your third string tight end. But I'm telling you, there's a guy that's on the far right corner, number 85, Princeton Fat. I'm very, very much liking what he brings to the table. And on top of that, what John Stevens, he's been quietly recovering and getting back into the good graces of things. I like what I'm seeing out of those guys. Now, this practice will also showcase what we can do from an aspect of being prepared to go up against a good defensive line. They got Jared Verse. They have a guy named Kobe Turner. These guys been double-digit sacks. These guys been dominating and from the interior. And from an aspect, I really think that let me get this up out of here. I really think that get out of here. Skip that ad. All right, so I think that the Rams been drafting pretty well. They drafted last season a Jared Verse, a Braden Frisk, Blake Corum, right? And those guys all made meaningful snaps last season for the Rams. And we'll be looking at them very closely. And these are things that we can all say. And Kobe Turner, the season before that, was really good for them. I can't wait to see how we match up against their guys. Law, this is Edward Law. He states, Law, how Winfrey look at practice. Winfrey looking pretty good. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. Ram have one of the biggest, Toxic Tom states, Rams have one of the best front office in the National Football League. They do everything well. Yes. Is there a site to view the scrimmage? I think that the Cowboys.com will be going live with the scrimmage today. With me, we will be doing pre-recorded stuff, so you guys may see the scrimmage later on tonight or first thing tomorrow from my point of view, right? Unfortunately, I cannot go live when I'm out there. You know, it's against regulations and rules. But they will allow me to do pre-recorded stuff. So shots out to Cooler Heads Prevail. We get a chance to work something out and say, okay, I will not do this, but you got to give me that. You know, that type of thing, you know. So we're working on some things to get things aligned with Law Nation and .com, you know, Law Nation and the Cowboys.com. But neither here nor there. You know, the Cowboys themselves, we got a long way to go. We got $30 million, $31.5 million. We have enough money to go out and grab a few people to help us out along the way, right? I think that the Cowboys, even though we are in this mix, in this thing, that we are all within. Because the thing that we are all within is this right here, competition. If the Cowboys really, really about that life and they see this week that their interior don't have the ability to stop the Rams' rushing attack from a minimum aspect, you only have a few weeks so that you can go pull the trigger on a veteran guy that may be in the free agency or a trade situation. But the Cowboys this week got to be honest with it. We can't use excuses. Let me repeat. We can't use excuses. Law, what are the excuses that a lot of people try to use? Well, Mozzie got hurt the other day. He went into somebody's tent. But that was very much so beneficial to him, believe it or not, because we ultimately need to see Mozzie against new bodies, right? And this would have been a premium opportunity. What we can't do, ladies and gentlemen, is sugarcoat, put the pillow down softly for Mozzie, right? And y'all know I've been saying that with Mozzie, it normally takes 2 to 3 years to develop. Now, this is his third season. We can't say, well, hey, let's pump the brakes. He got hurt in camp. Let's see what he looks like week 1 or week 3. No. We need to see what he's eligible and able to do against new bodies, different bodies, in a different shape, form, or fashion body. Cowboy Nation, let me know if you guys get with what I'm saying here, right? And let me make sure, bear with me, Cowboys. Bear with me, Cowboys. Let me make sure. All right, so yeah, if you want to jump in on the Q&A side, feel free to click that link that's at the top of my YouTube page. It's somewhere floating around on Facebook. All right, so that's what we need to see. And granted, I hate the fact that we don't have the opportunity to see a few things as it relates to Micah Parsons, because I think he's still doing the soft holdout. But there are some news about this from a crazy guy. Let me see if I can find his info and his intel. Appreciate everybody, man, for jumping in. Let me see. Let me go right here. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to go to my bookmarks right here, and let's see if I can find this, because I'm not going to talk about Prescott now. But this guy right here. This is Colin Cowherd. Says, are you sure about Micah Parsons deserving to be the highest paid defensive edge guy? We're going to switch over to Parsons conversation, right? Hold on tight for me.
I was on team trade Micah Parsons a year ago. I like Micah. He's a good player, but I'm not making him the highest paid defensive end. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not Aiden Hutchinson. He's not Max Crosby. CeeDee Lamb is closer to the top of the receiving rankings, in my opinion, than Micah Parsons is on the pass rush. And they could also franchise tag Micah Parsons for a couple years. Right now, Micah's contract going into this year, without a new contract, would make him the 5th highest edge rusher cap hit. That's a totally appropriate contract. He's been treated like a rock star. There are times he is a rock star. But in the postseason, 4 playoff games, hit the quarterback 4 times, 1 sack. That ain't Myles Garrett.
And when you do your homework, that is Myles Garrett. I encourage you guys to do a little research and know how long Myles Garrett been into the National Football League, right? And to also quantify how many postseason games Myles Garrett been in and what will be his stats. And y'all let me know what's his postseason stats as it relates to that. Now, granted, I get the people that's skeptic about Parsons and these sorts of things, but so many times we are making this an individual sport. And granted, research will showcase that, yeah, this is an ultimate team sport. Now, granted, there are some conversations about, okay, let's just make a real crazy overhaul and see what we can do to get multitudes of first-round draft picks. Well, just because you get a multitude of first-round draft picks doesn't mean that you're going to hit on those. Law, do you have any truth to this? Well, I'm still trying to figure out who Tyler Guyton is. I'm still trying to figure out who Mozzie is, right? So just because you get a first-round draft pick doesn't mean that that particular first-round draft pick will pick out a Taco Charlton, right? We'll work, So those are things that we have to also understand with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, granted, if you have more opportunities at it, then maybe you will have a better chance with it. And I'm talking about first round draft picks. But I'm not finna live into the world of us giving up the form for unknown when we already have the known here. The known part of this, the known part of all of this is the fact that we do got a guy. We do got a guy that can give you 13 to 14 sacks. The known part of it, we do have a guy. We do have a guy that can give you over 90 pressures. The whole total sum of us having the lack of success in the postseason shouldn't be pinned on one individual. Parsons on the defense and Dak on the offense. But overall, this should be an indictment on the coaching staff. You got all of these things, and you get to the postseason, and you mess it up. I was going to say the other word, but I'm glad that I know that we still in the morning time.
Backward hats. What's worse is a backward.
Yeah.
I don't like backward hats. What's worse is a backward visor. That's a 2-win team. I'm taking away 4 wins. So when you sit in front of a podium, you're representing the Cowboys, you're representing Bank of America, you're representing a $12 billion corporation. I think you got to do better as a head coach than a visor backwards. There's a reason at country clubs and private clubs, you have to wear collared shirts.
Won't you lean forward just a little? I just want to slap somebody. Yeah.
And jackets. There's a reason for that. Like, there's a standard. I don't want to look like a guy that's here to move my couch. Like, I want you to do better than that. That's awful. That is so bad.
So we're going to win only 2 games because of the simple fact that the Cowboys head coach got a hat on backwards. Leave for Oh, my gosh. Whoa. Yeah. Boy, I can't make this stuff up, Cowboy Nation. It is crazy. This is flat out crazy. Boy, we only win in 2 games because of the head coach. That boy said a -4, a -4 because of his hat is backwards, man. Oh my goodness, man, that's crazy, Cowboy Nation. That is flat out crazy. This boy got a backwards hat on, and boy, if proof, you could be a multi-millionaire just by talking about the Cowboys and their coach with the hat on backwards. Yes, indeed. They got to give him 30 lashes. I got you 30 lashes. Boy, I don't know. This is worse than Shannon Sharp. Watch this. He says, we got it, but I need to get it. Watch this right quick.
Trying to reach out. Jerry ain't returning no calls.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
To prove a point. What point he's trying to prove, I have no idea.
I run this show.
I'm a show.
I'm gonna pay. I'll pay you when I get ready. Like you do me. Like you do me over 5900.
Me?
You basically told me I'm gonna pay you when I get ready.
Oh no, I ain't say that. I mean, I told
No, your actions did.
I'm gonna take care of you, baby. I'm not Jerry. I don't like that comparison. Don't do me like that. Don't.
We come up on a year. It's a penalty for being late.
I got you. I got one thing about it. Right? You know what? I got you.
I need to see you got it, but I need to get it.
Right.
Pocket's light right now, though. Pocket light right now. Just say pocket light.
The pocket light right now, boy. Hey, that boy said the pocket light right now. Low key, I was listening into a few things, and then I was reading into a lot of things. And then what I'm reading into is what Toxic Tom said the other day. Like, that Cowboys pretty much is not about the cap, it's about the cash. And they need for a certain time frame for that money to get in so that they can pay the certain things that they supposed to pay. Them pockets kind of light right now. And if you look it up, I kid you guys not, that there's a SA case on Jerry Jones, and he had the courts to have the motion to move it to this month. And so we were here on that civil case. It's August, right? So Jerry will be looking at that case and be looking at this case to pay Parsons. I think that they move the trial date to August or to next month, September. So we'll find out all together how all of this stuff could work out. So if we know for sure, if this guy this guy by the name of Shannon Sharp is dealing with allegations and have to pay out. I wonder, like Stephen wonder, how much will be the allegations to Jerry Jones to pay out and what money that he's going to use. It's crazy how this money thing and this money flow goes. But y'all see why. I'm not on the side of the Cowboys reaching out for me to be working with them. And they like, Lord, you too raw. But neither here nor there. The Micah Parsons thing. He's your number one asset. And if you believe that Micah Parsons is overrated, put MPO in the chat. If you feel as if though Micah Parsons is overrated, MPO in the chat. Now, if Micah Parsons your guy, just put 1-1 in the chat. And that way I know that what we are talking about, what will be the situation here at Cowboy Nation. And I really appreciate you guys. Ice Cold Cowboy says, raw law. Yes, indeed, boy. Yes, indeed. I know they getting bored chilling with them. I know they miss my thugging. So Sam says MPO. Charles Johnson says MPO. Okay. So there's a few in there. And okay, a bunch of 11s, a bunch of supports over here. Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah, Matthew Norris. Okay. Are you related to Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris, I never seen Chuck Norris lost a fight, man. Him and Steve Seagal. Okay. All right, so this guy, he did some homework. And I always commend people that do their homework. He's on TikTok. And he's stating that Micah Parsons is overrated, right? And he does some research and he pulled together some tools. So let's listen to what he have to say, and I really appreciate y'all so much. And I'm gonna try to share his channel with everybody. The name of his channel is
Trade his ass.
Can't Talk Sports. I believe that's the name of his channel. Let's listen to him right here.
Trade his ass. I'm over this shit. Die-hard Cowboys fan. I don't give a damn. Get him out of here. I'm not overpaying anymore. No. How much value is an edge rusher in today's game? Really, just think about it.
All right, so for the record, this is not a shot at solely Micah Parsons. Nevertheless, this is a shot at all edge rushers, and he's going to give his research and analysis. And that way, I'm sitting back, okay, I'm listening. All ears are open.
Think about it. And if you won't think about it, I'll just show you. Because I think this age-old, you got to have an edge rusher shit is overrated and overplayed. Stay put. Micah Parsons is extremely good at what he does best, which is rush the passer. He plays for the Cowboys, and we haven't gone any fucking where with him. But he's not the only one. This past season's top edge rushers, Hendrickson's from the Bengals, Myles Garrett, Bonito, Calvin Noy from the fucking Ravens. He's on the Ravens now? I thought he was on the Patriots. Daniel Hunter. I don't even know who Greenard is. TJ Watt, Van Ninkle. The Vikings got multiple pass rushers in the tops. Did any of these teams win the Super Bowl? Were any of these teams in contention? It's not just this year, fellas. Let's take it back another year. 2023, TJ Watt with 19. Hendrickson's again from the Bengals. Hines Allen from Jacksonville. Khalil Mack, he had a dominant year 2 years ago, didn't he? Daniel Hunter, Max. It means nothing. None of these teams were in the talks. None of these teams had a chance to win. 22, Nick Bosa, Hassan Reddick, Myles Garrett, Chris Jones. More on that in a second. Matthew Judon, Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt was out that year. It meant nothing. None of these teams went anywhere, and none of us thought they had a chance of winning the Super Bowl, which is the only thing that matters. 21, it's the same shit. I'm not reading out all these names.
All right, so in 21, it was TJ Watt with 22, Robert Quinn with 18, Myles Garrett with 16 sacks. So y'all getting where he's going with this, and it is toxic, Tom. You're right. It's an awful take. Because what we're looking at is you're looking at punishment for an edge rusher to do edge rushing things. Now, granted, some of those teams that's bad, yes, an edge rusher probably will have more times to be able to pin his ears back and try to get at the particular quarterback because teams pretty much throwing it all over the field. Maybe that is the situation. Correlations doesn't equal causations all the time. But I'm telling you guys that it's better. Look, write this down. It's better to have them inside the tent pissing out versus outside the tent pissing in. Micah Parsons on the open market, normally, let me go back to this sheet right here. We talking about let Micah Parsons go, trade him, get rid of him. But I come here to tell you, these are the teams that could afford to pay for Micah Parsons. If Micah Parsons was absolutely on the trade deadline or on the trade docket, he would be in a Patriots uniform, a Lions uniform, a 49ers uniform. He could literally, because these are the teams that can literally pay for Parsons. Can you imagine Bosa and Parsons in the backfield at the same time? Come on with it. That's troublesome. You just giving the 49ers a Super Bowl. You're giving the Lions a Super Bowl. Aiden Hutchinson and Micah Parsons. Ooh, you just giving them a Super Bowl. You giving, like the Raiders to a degree, you got Max Crosby, but then you have Parsons. You giving them some type of extra advantage to really proceed for whatever they may do. But at the end of the day, the Packers, the Chargers, the Eagles, if you put Parsons on the Eagles, you literally giving them a Super Bowl. They can give you in return 2 first-round picks and something else, but they're going to the Super Bowl. It is equivalent to a healthy Saquon Barkley. It is. But we can't use this loose-endly analysis based off of anecdotal evidence.
Aaron Donald, more on that in a second. 2020, same shit. It's the last 5 years. What I'm getting at is the value of the edge rusher should be plummeted. I don't know why we're paying Myles Garrett, all these guys, all this money because they rush from the fucking edge. Well, guess what? We got a league full of mobile freaking quarterbacks now. All that edge rushing shit don't mean they want to scramble. They tell me all the time, Josh, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, these guys are most dangerous on the freaking run. Aaron Rodgers, in his heyday, he was the most dangerous that's what made him dangerous. They want to get out the pocket. You want to know what's more dangerous to me in today's game? The interior pass rusher. Oh, you don't believe me? I'll show you. The Eagles won the Super Bowl this past year. Jalen Carter is arguably the most dominant defensive tackle in the league. Interior pressure, collapse the pocket. The Chiefs, they've been winning it on and off. Chris Jones has been, other than Aaron Donald, the best interior defensive tackle in the game.
All right,
Aaron Donald
before he go any further, a broken clock is right, twice a day or however that statement goes. I'm going to tell you, yes, you do win with interior play. This is accurate analysis, right? When you put it within the same right frame of context, right? And what I'm getting at, of course, Jalen Carter, unbelievable interior threat. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, Aaron Donald. Of course, when you look all the way back down to when he goes through this list, these are things that we all been saying for a long time with interior play. And the Cowboys been refusing to really dominate in that space. But that's a whole nother conversation. If you guys believe it, what he's saying is 1,000,000% accurate, then allow Myles Garrett to be on the open market and let me know which team that will be trying to break their necks to go get him, right? If Myles Garrett was on the open market, the Philadelphia Eagles would literally shoot their shots. The Kansas City Chiefs would literally shoot their shots. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New England, all of those teams that won the Super Bowl would still try to shoot their shot and get into Myles Garrett. Is the same as to say with a Micah Parsons, with a Bosa, with a TJ Watt. So that is just for what it is. So edge rushers will forever be a source of reasonings to go out there and grab, regardless of what this information is showcasing.
Nobody in them wanted. The Bucks had Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea destroying the. Y'all remember what they did to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl where he looked like he didn't know how to play football anymore? They were collapsing the freaking pocket. I think it's more valuable now, and I think it's always kind of been that way if I think about it. It's more valuable to have someone on the interior collapsing the pocket. That's more dangerous. If the guy can't sit in the pocket, the interior's collapsing in on you, that's more dangerous to me. Seriously, look at all these teams. Who did the Patriots have on the outside in 2019? Who did the Philadelphia Eagles have on the outside? I'll tell you who they had on the inside. Fletcher Cox, dominating. Who did the Broncos have in 2016 on the outside? Look at the Patriots.
Bro, they had some guys wearing all the boys. So I just want to let y'all know, don't get what we call it prisoners of the moment and try to out-intellectually speak yourself out of paying Micah Parsons. This is one thing, but the other thing would be it is easier. Look, let me just put this back on y'all. Don't y'all know that it is easier right now for the Cowboys to do the inverse, meaning that you keep Parsons and you get rid of your next year's first or your next year's second for a known interior guy. You pay Parsons and you say to yourself, you know what? I know that what it takes to win the Super Bowl is a dominant interior guy to at least have on this team. I know that we Slim Jim got Ozempic size guys inside. We need bigger bodies. It would be easier for the Cowboys to pick up the phone and call the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and say, hey, for Vita Vea, we're going to give you next year's first, Mozzie, and maybe one of these wide receivers we got. Mingo, I don't know, or one of these, shout out to Mingo, I'm not trying to trade you away, but whatever we have a surplus at, we throw that in, and it will be easier to get things moving that way, opposed to let's get rid of Parsons, right? And then go with next year's first or the year after that first and try to find an interior plug guy to fit right in, So that's just what I'm getting at, right? We cannot go into this season, we cannot go into this season with this defensive tackle room. This from Flip Shelton. Yeah. I agree. I 1,000,000% agree. I've been out here for 2 weeks now. And from our interior spot that we looking at, our 3 techs, I have no problems with our 3 tech. They rush the field, they get up, they clog passing lanes, they do their job. Solomon Thomas, Winfrey, to a degree, we're seeing Osa doing unbelievable things. The other kid, Jay Toya, he's good, but he's really not like that. And I'm not beating him up, by the way. But you guys may see down the stretch, it's going to take at least a few game plays, a few game tapes for you guys to really see what I'm talking about with Jay Toya. Now, with Mozzie and these sorts of things, he is built like a 3 tech, and he's at a 1 tech position, and he's a little gimpy right now. So if the Cowboys really about making sure that they get everything going in the best way, in the best spotlight, they just tell themselves the truth, right? Pick up the phone, call around, and bring in a true 1 tech guy. Yeah, Jake the Great says Mozzie no good. Well, my thing is, my thing is with this. This is supposed to have been the week that I do my evaluations of Mozzie. But if Mozzie's not out there, I don't know how much rope I can give for him. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of rope right now, but not with you guys. I can't go into week 2 of the preseason saying, hey, man, Mozzie's healthy now. We're going to throw him out there week 3 of the preseason. No, I need to see Mozzie now. That's what I'm getting at. Not to beat him up or anything. It's just fair analysis. And we want what's best. But right now, it's not enough to tilt the scale and to say to ourselves, week 1, going up against one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League, that we're going to be able to make movement. When you don't have your star-studded edge rusher out there practicing, really, right? He just out there showcasing that I'm here not to get fined, right? And when we got a rookie Donovan Ezaraku, a sophomore kid Marshawn Nealon, right? A seasonal veteran guy, Dante Fowler, a guy that's coming off of an injury, Sam Williams, right? He's recovering. So I'm just saying temper our expectations. I want us to start off good. We got 2 divisional games. I want us to start off good. We have 2 divisional games. Let me say this again. I want us to start off good. We have 2 divisional games. These games are necessary. I'm about winning now. I'm not about trying to win in 2026. It's 2025. I'm trying to win now. So what I'm telling Jerry Jones in the front office, let's go ahead and get this deal done. We worry about all of the other stuff later. You got $30 million. The NFL is not going to lose money. Stop worrying about the salary cap and all of this stuff. Let's go get these guys, the star-studded guys, paid. But when you look, the whole point of being, excuse me, when I say this, the whole point of knowing your homegrown guys is that you know your homegrown guys. You had them since birth. So there shouldn't be, at the tail end of his particular season of a contract, let's see if he can deserve his money. No, you're supposed to be able to do that evaluation year 1, year 2, year 3. You should already know what you got. And if you feeling any jaded or any froggy about that particular player, then you trade them away. You make sure you do that on the front end. You don't want feelings to get crossed. They should already know who Parsons is. They should already know who's Bland. They should already know who's Tyler Smith. Is what I'm getting at. Appreciate everybody, man. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Share this content. If you want to be a part of the show, part of the Q&A, the link is pinned to the top of the screen on my YouTube. You click that link, and you will be part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We will have joint practice today. I hope that Devontae Adams, he's really nice, that he's practicing today, so we can get a real look at Kyrie Elam, so we can get a real look at Bland, so we can get a real look at Puka Nacua and all of them boys when they are out there. Remember, this was a team that really could have beaten the Philadelphia Eagles last season. This is a team that went to the postseason last season. We need to get healthy reps. We do. We need to get healthy reps.
See who did this? Seahawks had a Legion of Boom. What's his name? Bennett, Big Boy Bennett on the interior. Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Who did they freaking have? The Packers. You can't name no all-time great top-of-the-league pass rusher on any of these freaking teams because I don't think it's ever mattered. I think LT made the position famous, and you got to have a left tackle, protect the blind side. That's all true and dandy. But now all these quarterbacks now are mobile. Why are we overpaying for these edge rushers?
Edge rushers are very much so necessary. Let me see.
CD Lamb.
Let me see where we at.
Trade his ass.
Right
Then
here.
on and off. Chris Jones has been interior collapse in the pocket. That's
Edge rushers are necessary. And this is in the 90s, when we got a hold to Charles Haley, that birthed it and gifted us a Super Bowl. We were a very good team from the interior. We were a very balanced team, but we needed that tick to get us over the top, right? And I know we talking about the 90s, but I know for sure Reggie White was very pivotal for the Green Bay Packers on their Super Bowl run. They needed an edge rusher. I want to tell you guys that even to this degree, don't be ashamed and foolish because of your blind hatred of our contemporaries. But if you look at their edges, they were still able to get double-digit sack guys off of the edge for even the Eagles. Don't fall into the mindset or the traps of saying that we don't need when we absolutely need. I come here to tell you guys, in 2014, Aaron Rodgers was running around with one leg, and we couldn't get to him. If we were to hold on to DeMarcus Ware that season, trust and believe, we would have been able to get to the one-legged Aaron Rodgers. That's in 14. Let me tell y'all again, in 2016, we just needed one guy to be able to get off of his releases quick enough to get to Aaron Rodgers again. And we couldn't get no edge rushing, So to anyone to say, hey, man, we don't need edge rushing, come on with it. Now, we do need a combination of a complete team. We can't have guys that don't have interior push to be able to get things done. A la the last few times we've been into the postseason, and we look at Micah Parsons' productivity because teams look at us and say, hey, you shut down Parsons, you shut down everything. Like I said, two things can be true, but we will be closer to a Super Bowl if you have some interior help, and we just don't have that right now, Cowboy Nation. We need all of those things. Yeah, Toxic Tom said those are real things, real things. Real things that we need, Cowboy Nation. Absolute real things that we need. And there's no placebos with this. We do. Micah will get paid the 26th of August, right before the season start. Watch. That's when the money kick in, right? Yes, indeed. Warren Duncan, Mozzie would never be our guy for the Cowboys because now he's a little too light and still slow. The first step at the 3 tech, never mind 1 tech, trade him. The whole notion for that. All right, so Dory Funk says, Law, I agree, but 11 is no 94, not yet anyway. Which 94? DeMarcus Ware, or are you referring to Charles Haley? I guarantee you, here's what I'm saying. We talking about Parsons and his inability to do X, Y, and Z things here. But Parsons on the open market will not survive. The 49ers, if Parsons is on the open market and the 49ers got $47 million available to spend, they will be in an extreme rush to pick up a Parsons. And it will be an inverse of us of what they did back in the 90s when we acquired Charles Haley. You can pencil them in. You got a Fred Warner, you have Bosa, Parsons, and they don't have any delays on finding an interior guy that can make something happen. If it's not them, it will be the Lions. You can pencil them in. Can you imagine? Ooh, Hutchinson and Parsons. Oh my gosh, boy. Or you can pencil in the Eagles. They will break their beaks, feathers, and everything, and take back a third of the things that they said about Parsons and send it over to the Cowboys, whatever draft picks that we're looking to seek to acquire. And they're going to be saying, that's okay. Y'all picking at 32 anyway, because we're going to go straight back to the Super Bowl. So that's just how that goes, unfortunately. They will be rushing. They'll be calling, oh, Jerry Jones is swabbling over $1 to $2 million. Yeah, and we got him. They will make sure that they go grab him. Grab him and hold him and grab him. So that's what I'm getting at.
More dangerous. If the guy can't sit in the pocket, the interior's collapsing in on you, that's more dangerous to me. Seriously, look at all these teams. Who did the Patriots have on the outside in 2019? Who did the Philadelphia Eagles have on the outside? I'll tell you who they had on the inside. Fletcher Cox dominating. Who did the Broncos have in 2016 on the outside? Look at the Patriots. Look at the who did this? Seahawks had the Legion of Boom. What's his name? Bennett. I don't want to be paying you 35 M's. I like you, but stay out of this. Long story short, I think edge rushers being overpaid and getting, it seemed like every week this summer, somebody was resetting the market. They're the highest paid non-quarterback, Myles Garrett, TJ. I don't care about none of that stuff. Which one of them is producing and leading me to a Super Bowl? Who's collapsing the pocket? I don't care about that no more. Sorry, I'd rather.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, to really get into this other details of it, as we getting down to resetting the market, that's just the price of doing business. That's just the price of doing business. Even if we were to look at the highest paid quarterbacks, that list is like top 10 list. I think it's only one or two of those guys that's in the top 10 list got Super Bowls. So that same argument is the same argument with edge rushers. Either you're going to have a person that can stop the quarterback from throwing the ball, or you got that quarterback that can really scorch a defense. And these are the realities of it, Cowboy Nation. So it is for what it is. Some people, kids, and his votes counts. It's the same as mine. Yeah. Yeah. With that being said, Cowboy Nation, we're going to go ahead and depart if no one wants to jump in with the Q&A. I really appreciate y'all so much for being part of these type of conversations. We're going to prepare ourselves to get ready for the joint practice of the Cowboys versus Rams today. We hope, when we want to really see whether or not these guys can really get something going today, hopefully that there's not too many fights out there. And we hope that on both sides, everyone will stay healthy, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to grind and shine. On my way out, I appreciate everybody, man. We had over 700 people in here at one point. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for your support. Every position is important. This is from Clark. Yeah. I don't want us to be using anecdotal information and saying, hey, this is how you win. No. You win with a complete team. This is not an individual sport. This is a sport that we all have to be on the same page. We all have to be singing from the same hymn. And it starts from above. As above, so below. Let me repeat. As above, so below. Don't listen to the 3-letter, 4-letter networks as they talk about Schottenheimer, Pfizer bed backwards. No. I don't give a dog what's on his head. He needs to be able to know what's in the head or in the mind to help elevate these individuals that's on this team to higher heights. 5 points of the Star states, I take that back. This is a horrible take. Yeah, that was a horrible take by a guy. Yeah, because we do know on the open market, TJ, Miles, Bosa, all Aiden Hutchinson, all of those elite pass rushers will be on one of those Super Bowl kinds of caliber of team. Max says, just practice, no scrimmage today. Nah. They came all the way out here for something. And they're going to put into some work. Because think about this. The 90 guys on the Rams side, they looking to make this team. And the 90 guys on the Cowboys side, they looking to make this team. And the evaluation is 365. So we're going to be looking at the Rams people. Yeah. We'll be looking at the Rams people to see whether or not they can be worthy to be anointed with the silver and blue and the star on the side of their helmet. Huh? So let's go, Cowboy Nation. On the way out. On the way out. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. Competition ramp up. Let's get it. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you all hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening, go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you all away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
To the end, crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro,
let's get it.
Add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Cut your heart, I'ma cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying Carhartt to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. You matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. You matter what? Told if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Sounds of the soft souls and hits and oldies. Shout out to the angry Cowboy fan. Appreciate you. David Woods. Appreciate you. Jerry Jones. T. Jack in the building. Appreciate you. Ty Man, superstar status. Come on. I follow wherever you go, whatever you do.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
And another one. I think you was the one I loved. 7 wonders all in one.
That's where we hold up. This is where we fight.
Don't let the
Street lights hit you.
all alone.
It's danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
He needs some milk.
Street lights hit you. Can I be okay too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
So far.
Long.
If a
Long.
paper
Simply
crane
because you
can
don't have
fly.
evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
Fly on.
Long.
Until next time, DC for life. Not for short.